Hi, Ron.
Hello,
Let's see if we can hear you well.
testing, would be great.
Yeah, we can hear you. Great.
Okay, excellent.
Hi, Ron. So welcome to FinTech-Aviv Annual Summit. I know you're in the UK and you can't join us physically, but still we'd love to hear more about Paretix, about personalizing credit products with AI-driven analytics. What does it mean exactly? What do you do? So please introduce yourself and take it away.
Excellent. Thanks, Sal. So let me just share my presentation. Just Tal, let me know if everyone sees it.
Yeah, we see.
Okay, great. Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone in Tel Aviv, and for those who are connecting remotely like me, obviously we got the challenging sessions, right? The ones after lunch in the afternoon, these are the challenging ones. So we need to hopefully keep everyone involved. Yeah, so really excited to be here. Unfortunately, couldn't join physically. So I'm connecting remotely. My name is Shribman. I'm sales director for Paretix. Background is in tech and sales and business development. Many years working with companies to help build up their businesses in the UK and in Europe specifically. And yeah, really excited to spend some time with you today talking about smart credit analytics and about our solution. Just a bit of an icebreaker, obviously I'm from the UK, and the UK is well known for talking about the weather, so I thought that start a bit with that. And I had this whole thing prepared about how the weather here is terrible and how the weather in Israel is great, but according to the BBC, the weather in Tel Aviv isn't that great today. Can you confirm that? Is that true? Is the weather like it says?
Well, it's sunny now, but
It's out now. Okay, all right. Anyway, so it's not that terrible, but I'm sure the next day or two you'll have 27 degrees of sunshine, and over here will continue to be quite bad, especially in the next few months. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the weather, so I'll get on topic. So a bit about Paretix. We've got 14 years experience in analyzing alternative data for lending, so credit analytics specialists, starting off as a consultancy, and in the past years really saw the need for providing solutions specifically for specialized lenders, which we're going to talk about today with our smart credit analytics solution. We're working with over 50 banks and lenders. We've been involved in over 20 million credit decisions, have a great group of data scientists within the organization. Headquartered in Tel Aviv, actually, but I think about 50 meters roughly away from where you are today. And we're operating globally. Obviously, I'm based in the UK in London. So really, our focus is on assisting specialized lenders be more competitive with AI-driven credit analytics. And really, when we look at the specialized lenders market, as the name suggests, these are players that are typically smaller than your big main banks, which are focused on very specific segments, very specific products, typically as they're kind of providing maybe 1, 2, or 3 different types of products, whether they're kind of consumer products, like obviously auto loans could be consumer and commercial, and file loans and so on, as well as commercials, again, SME loans, short-term loans again could be both, revolving credit, we're seeing an increase, especially in UK, in revolving credit around credit cards and line of credit and so on. So lenders that are focused on these specific areas, this is our focus supporting them. Now, when you look at these lenders, really their unique value proposition is being able to provide solutions to these niche segments, so they specialize in that specific area, and therefore they can provide really a personalized solution. So their value proposition really around, we can offer you a personalized solution and great service. But on the other hand, really, they have a technological disadvantage because the banks obviously have been using data analytics and credit models for many years now. But the specialized lenders really didn't have access to that, wanted to be able to take advantage of that, and really develop their solution based on expert decision and rule-based systems. So really, credit analytics can provide a great opportunity for these specialized lenders to be able to be more competitive in the market. Now, that's easier said than done. Developing and providing credit models, AI-based credit models, and implementing them is challenging for these specialized lenders. First of all, they lack a lot of historical data, which makes it very difficult to build these predictive models. Second of all, they don't have access to those technological talents like IT as well as data scientists to be able to build those data models and solutions for them. They've really, the DNA, part of the DNA is that expert know-how that they build, the expert know-how in that specific segment. So how do you really take that expert know-how and implement it into a kind of a data model, or a credit data model, credit decision model in AI? They also typically sell quite more complex products, which means you can't really use the generic models. And as I said before, part of their advantage is that personalization service. So how do you translate that personalization into a automated credit decisioning product or solution and so on? So if we look into the solution, really it's all about taking what we call underwriting or credit decisioning to the next level. Starting with, first of all, automating. Now, some of the lenders already may be in that situation, but first of all, you need to take those manual process of evaluating a credit request manually and underwriting it and so on into an automated system that can take all that information and create an automated decision, which obviously means faster response times to your request to your customers, but also less resources involved in that process. But once you've done that, then you need to look at how can I optimize that, right? Am I making those decisions accurately? Am I assessing the risk correctly? And by optimizing that, optimizing your model of decision making, you can obviously perhaps approve more loans, so increase the top line, but also decrease your default rate, so reduce your or improve your bottom line as well, right? So improve your profitability by optimizing that, by being able to understand and make those credit decisions in the most accurate manner. So once you've optimized that, then you can move into personalization. And personalization means it's not only about saying yes or no, so approving or declining a request, but being able to offer or suggest a specific product to that scenario. So being able to offer a specific credit offer with specific terms and specific attributes to that specific request based on the application's financial situation and, for example, cash flow. So being able to offer that different offer per application can really help you be more competitive, or to then be more competitive and differentiate themselves. So to do that, one of the key elements is being able to leverage multiple data sources. The more data we'll know about the applicant, about the application, about the environment, about the situation, the more we'll be able to provide a more accurate assessment of the risk and credit recommendation. So that involves obviously data coming from internal systems, whether it's a CRM, credit history, transactions, any information that the application or applicant has provided, whether it's third-party data like the credit bureaus, which is obviously very popular in the UK, in the US, and many other industries, and popular elsewhere. as well as open banking, which again is becoming more mainstream in many markets, including in the UK market. And then data partners, whether that's information coming from point of sale information or accounting systems. As an example, it could be, for example, in the car finance industry, it could be information around the car, and property industry, it could be information about the property coming from partners that specialize in data from those specific segments. So really, it's all about understanding what are the relevant data sources that you need to understand for that specific lender, for that specific industry, for that specific segment, that will give you the full picture to be able to make an accurate decision. That's really part of what we do at the first stage, is understanding the lender, understanding where they operate, and understanding from them where are the data sources that are going to be relevant for making that decision. So once we've got all that sorted, we understand the data sources, we're getting all that data in, really the solution is based on the fact that we can build a bespoke scoring model. It's not a generic model, we'll build basically a bespoke scoring model, scorecard for that lender, for that lending product in that specific segment, which will accurately understand that risk and then use obviously AI algorithms that will continuously monitor the performance and continuously improve and suggest better scoring, more accurate scoring that will reflect that risk assessment in a better way. So leveraging all those data sources, all those data points that are raw that are coming in, and deducing from that, what is the scorecard, what is the score we're giving to that application that's going to represent in the most accurate way that risk assessment. And on the second hand, apply the lending policy of the lender, which represents the risk appetite, basically applying that lending policy to say, with that risk assessment, what is your appetite to offer that specific product, and then automatically combining those two to produce a credit offer recommendation, which will essentially, as I said, not only provide a yes or no, but provide a recommendation of this is the product we should offer them, these are the conditions we should offer them to maximize kind of your margin on one hand and your profitability on the other hand. So when we look at, okay, how is that implemented within the kind of technological or IT landscape within the lender? Small Credit Analytics, or SCA, is really a back-end platform, back-end application. As you can see from here, the applicant is really interacting directly with the lender systems, whether it's a CRM, loan management system, or other middleware. So interacting directly with that, and then that lending system is really interacting with SCA via our API to provide all the information about the application, about the applicant, including data from data sources. Then using our scoring engine to build that specific score, policy engine to apply their own policy, AI to constantly improve it, and then produce back a credit offer, a credit recommendation, credit recommendation for that specific applicant. And on top of that, we offer also a back office application that the credit manager can use to continuously monitor the performance of the portfolio, but also configure and add specific configurations and inputs into the system to continuously fine-tune and create the best solution possible for them. So to summarize, our key differentiators are really, we offer a full solution. As I mentioned, these specialized lenders are slightly smaller and can't really afford to build, individual or buy individual solutions and integrate them all together and so on. They don't have the bandwidth for that. So being able to have a full solution including scoring, policy engine, and portfolio monitoring is a great advantage. Transparency, as we know with regulation that's really important, so it's not a black box. We really encourage our customers to understand the algorithms and be able to challenge them. The ability to offer a bespoke model that you can build your own specific kind of credit model, credit scoring that leverages your domain expertise and your uniqueness, and AI to continuously improve and learn and continuously fine-tune the system to increase the accuracy. And obviously, last but not least, implementation is critical, and we've been able to implement our solution in weeks for many of our customers, as opposed to months and sometimes years for some of the other kind of solutions in the marketplace. So I think I'm pretty much up to time. So yes, thanks very much. Hopefully this was useful for you and interesting. If you want to reach out to me, you can see my details here. Obviously, you want to connect on LinkedIn, you can find me on LinkedIn. And have the rest of the afternoon, a good rest of the afternoon, and continue to enjoy this great event.
Thank you very much, Lan.